Hey, Nick here. Welcome to day two of the Starting a Software Company in 100 Days project. Just wanted to introduce you to Basecamp and some of the project management philosophies that I've put together over the years. One of the problems that I ran into in building the first version of our other product, or my other product called Harvest Profit, which is a farm management software company, is just the project management, the task management, bug tracking involved with building those first iterations of the product. What happened to me is I would send 10 changes to the developer via email. I'd get it back. Everything would look good. And then I'd send another six and the same thing, and then another five. Well, when I took a little bit of a closer look, I realized that two of the eight didn't get done completely, and then one of the next six and one of the next four, and really it just kind of collapsed on itself. And at the time, I didn't know anything about project management, software development, Kanban or Agile, and so what we're doing here with this version of the playbook project that we're building is we're going to track things using Basecamp. I'm a big fan of a lot of the business philosophies that the team at Facebook has. I mean, team at, they would hate me for saying that. The team at Basecamp, not Facebook. So we're going to use it to track specifications, messages, chats, and then just the overall tasks associated with the project. And so here's our to-do list that we have in Basecamp for this project. I've started doing a little bit of marketing, a little bit of the design. I'm going to talk about the design tomorrow. And here we just have these separate to-do lists set up. I have the business details, DevOps, web app design, some database stuff, the building of the web app. This is going to be probably the heartbeat of this whole Basecamp project. Will be the web app build. We'll track new features, bugs, things that need to be reviewed by myself, and whether they are done. And along the way, there's this concept or feature now in Basecamp called a hill chart. It's not only just a feature, but it is a philosophy, and that is rather than trying to really nail down both the deadline and the scope of a project up front, you have a flexible scope. And so the first half of a project, or the first initial phase of a project, should be figuring out and defining that scope. And then the second half is making it happen and getting it done once the scope is defined. And so what we're doing here is we're running with that approach. I have an initial, I'll go back to the main project here. I have an initial specification done that I've handed off to a designer. I need to go through and really define this more for when I hand it off to a developer, which will probably be in about a week. But we have the spec here. We'll just iterate on this, and I would guess that we're going to get to version 4 or 5 of this specification before it's in a somewhat final form, and then we'll just start tracking things in to-dos. I've started a really initial logo design, which I will talk about tomorrow as I finish that here today. But really excited about Basecamp, their philosophies on business, just the product they've put together, I think is a really good home base. It doesn't do everything, but that is really I think that's a strength more than a weakness. And so, yeah, we're going to be tracking the to-dos here in Basecamp. We'll be sharing the progress over time as hopefully we move each one of these subsets of the project to completion here in 100 days. So that is day 2 of the Playbook project. Really look forward to sharing more information with you guys. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. So have a wonderful day. Hope you guys have a productive and fruitful day in whatever you're doing as well. And we'll touch base with you tomorrow.